What's up, family? It's Nick Wright here in Nick Wright Bodybuilding. It is 11 a.m. Monday, February 11th. We're about to eat breakfast. Meal number one. Yes, I just woke up, haven't even hit the shower yet. But I'm excited because I'm going to bring the camera around with you raw all day. I don't have my cameraman today. And show you guys the brand new meal plan I just got sent to me from my contest prep coach, my nutritionist, Kyle Hunt. He does a lot of your diets too. Basically, I've been tracking macros myself for the last year. Kyle Hunt will give me the macros. He'll tell me how much grams of protein, fat, and carbs I need, what my total calories need to be, and then he just leaves me to eat whatever I want and make sure those foods that I eat fit into those macro numbers. So I hit my calorie intake, but I decide what I want to eat. That's called tracking macros. Now, lately, during this rebuild series that you've been watching for the last month or so, I went on to Dreamer Bulk mode, where I just made sure I got my protein intake down, and then everything else was just eat. I was just eating big, period. I wasn't tracking a thing, just eating huge, putting it down, reverting back to my old beginner stage. But that's catching up to me now. It helped get me through some big plateaus. It helped me blast me up in size and strength, which has been amazing. It's felt great, but it's starting to catch up to me now, and I'm starting to get fluffy, starting to get a little bit extra fat on there, and I don't want that. I tried going back to tracking macros, but at this point, I'm too spoiled from the Dreamer Bulk of off-season, and I'm lazy. Tracking macros is something I don't recommend for beginners or for the lazy, and I am the lazy right now. So I hit up Kyle Hunt and I said, Kyle, can we go back to the old school and you make me up a meal plan consisting of my favorite foods that I eat regularly, that's important, and a meal plan that hits your exact macros for me. So now I don't have to do a thing when it comes to thinking. I don't have to plan, track, add up, nothing. I just follow the diet plan Kyle Hunt gave me. It's consisting of 4 major meals, which is what I like. It's about how many times I eat a day. However many times you eat a day is up to you. And the macros for this is a big bulk right here. The macros for this are 210.5 grams of protein, 451.5 grams of carbohydrates, 122 grams of fat. That's the most fat I've ever had on a diet plan. All those macros together give me a grand total of 3,746 calories. I am just under 180 pounds right now at about 5'8", and my activity levels are very high. I do weight training 6 days a week, obviously. I do cardio at least once a night, if not twice a day. So we're going to stick to these numbers, these macros for a while. And keep in mind, guys, I came up in the days of bro science. I was dieting back in 2006 when everyone followed specific food items, so all you followed was actually meal regimens. You didn't follow macro diets. So this for me will actually just be my old comfort zone. This will be easy for me. But basically the plan is here to follow this for the most part, follow it roughly if need be. If I feel like eating anything extra, I can. It's off season. If I feel like taking out a meal and inserting some different meal and fitting it into my macros, making sure it hits the same numbers, I can do that too. So it's not super strict, but it is just a good guideline for me to follow to help make sure I take in the amount of calories I need to keep bulking and gaining muscle and not overeat like crazy like I've been eating. It's just a good safety line, basically. All right. First things first, Andrea Valdez. You admiring my camera angle? Countertop, food, even the bowl. My full head, not just my chin, my shoulders. Love it. Just kidding. Inside joke between Andrea and I. First meal basically looks like this. We're having 1.5 cups of kid cereal. He actually put kid cereal on it too. He knows I'm about my Reese's Puffs. But if you guys watch my rebuild series, the one where I went shopping in Walmart, I broke down the exact macronutrients to Reese's Puffs and showed you how it's not a far cry off from oatmeal at all, actually. It just tastes way better. So that's our main source of carbs. 2 scoops of RTN's Bionic Edge Mass Builder, like usual. This is no different from our regular diet. And then we're also gonna get in a 1/2 scoop MTS whey protein. Shout out to Mark Lobliner of Tiger Fitness. He's the one who hooked me up with this a while back. You guys saw I was using Cellucor Cinnamon Swirl for a little while. Totally forgot I had this extra tub of chocolate, and I'm glad I do because it tastes phenomenal. I can only imagine the 2 blended together are going to taste ridiculous. Both chocolate. And the final thing he has me set up for, of course, 1/2 cup of 2% milk is with the cereal. I actually just use fat-free milk. Hey, it's less calories, right? And the final thing he has me set up for is 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. which was a common trick we always did for my breakfast back when I was dieting pre-contest. I'm actually gonna skip that right now just because A, I don't really want peanut butter right now, and B, I know I'm gonna get in extra fat later on. I know myself, and for me, unless I'm starting pre-contest, unless I'm starting dieting for a show, if I'm just starting a regimen for like regular off-season, I know I'm not gonna be 100% dead on strict with it the first couple of days. I will definitely end up sliding something else in it that I shouldn't be eating, so I'm gonna leave that opening of fat for later on when I decide to slide in something else that I shouldn't have. That's a little precaution for myself. Also, when it comes to the half scoop of protein added into this, that's to make up the protein quota, but he actually did that because that was an old system him and I used back again when I was dieting pre-contest, and it was actually a request I had made to him back in the day. I don't remember exactly why. It had something to do with the different products I was mixing together, so I think he just kind of stuck with that. And I may stick with it because it's not a big deal, but that may also change up as well, just because to have to add in a half scoop of whey along with 2 scoops of mass builder almost seems pointless at this point, although it did stem from a very efficient method back in contest prep days. But that's what we're dealing with. 2 scoops of mass builder, half a scoop of MTS whey, 1.5 cups of Reese's Puff with 0 fat milk. He has it down for 2%. And what should be 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. Like I said, I'm gonna hold off on it. Everything I named is going to be 51 grams of protein, 110.5 grams of carbs, 27 grams of fat, and 889 calories total. Again, we skipped out on the 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, which is roughly 200 calories, so minus that. We use 0 fat milk instead of 2%, so minus a little bit there. So it's actually a little bit less than that, which is absolutely fine, because again, I'll probably end up getting in something later on that I shouldn't eat. And I'm just pretty fluffy right now as it is, so it's not like any sort of a deficit's gonna hurt me if it's minor. That's meal number 1. I'll catch you guys after I eat and shower. Check this out, I'm so excited. Ready? Ready? Oh, yes! My first time. Alright, first off, so I haven't been able to actually hang a diet, a meal regimen printout since the days of Bro Science. Obviously, because you don't need to when you track macros. There's not one set thing that you're eating every single day. You're tracking macros and making it fun. But when I used to do the Bro Science way, if you guys remember that, the Vault series and all that, I used to hang my weekly diet up on the fridge, and I'd follow it. Most pro bodybuilders doing their DVDs too, because a lot of pro bodybuilders are complete bros. But I finally get to do it again, and not only do I get to do it again, I get to do it on my own refrigerator for the first time. Because obviously before this it's on my parents' refrigerator, which is not a big difference, but it's like you gotta share it with like your sister's good grade tests and like all the magnets my mom put up and the pictures and everything. But no, now it's just like, boss, my fridge, my food, my diet hung up, and I get to follow a diet again. And to me, it's just a little fun again. It gives me the old competitive feel I used to love back in contest days. You know, you're in grind mode when you see that hanging up, and when you see like 12 cans of tuna stacked up below it. So I'm excited. Check this out. This is what we got. One more for hamstrings, my favorite exercise for hammies. That's heavy right now.